Hi, my name's Sarah Schmuder. This talk is a glimpse into the opportunity the John Winter Irving Scholarship provided. I hope you enjoy it. All sorts of things inspire me to get up in the morning. Family, friends, my garden, music, art, the people I meet and work with, the community-based projects and programs such as SLA's Community Garden and the great works of Armidale Urban River Care and Armidale Tree Group. The one common thread of these inspirations is that I can access them as they are all local. The John Winter Irving Scholarship gave me an opportunity to go beyond local, get a broader perspective and a glimpse of what ideas are working in other places. And so, in my first experience, I didn't have to go far. It was at UNE, a retreat called A Deeper Conversation About Change. What was different about this gathering was the guest speakers and their experience coping with change. 3 speakers in particular stood out to me. Jackie Johnson, CEO of an insurance company called IAG New Zealand. In Jackie's first week in a job, she was faced with managing the fallout from the 2011 Christchurch earthquake. She spoke of managing risk and devising strategies in an environment where there was great tragedy unfolding and the complexity of navigating a way through these tough and life-changing decisions. She certainly put things into perspective for everyone present. Dr. Simon Longstaff, Executive Director at the St. James Ethics Centre in Sydney, a Cambridge alumni with vast experience in providing a guiding light on ethics to the business side of Australia. He talked of corporate responsibility as an ongoing issue in society and the need to maintain integrity as paramount. His book, Hard Cases, Tough Choices, is now on my reading list. Patrick McIntyre, an Armidale High School graduate and now Executive Director of the Sydney Theatre Company. His creative genius was infectious. He has a gift for combining the creative with the business end of things, something I constantly strive for. And then out of Armidale and on to Melbourne. I went to a conference, the first of its kind national conference called Future of Local Food, a great collaboration between the Municipal Association of Victoria and the grassroots group Backyard Harvest, similar in a sense to our SLEX. The main themes centred around healthy, sustainable food production with a local focus in and around Melbourne. We heard from many inspiring people, organisations and groups. 3 that made an impression on me were Stephanie Alexander, the Southern Gippsland Food Mapping Group, and Right Near Me. Stephanie Alexander spoke of her success with her kitchen garden movement and how it has supported over 800 schools across Australia. Major outcomes she spoke of were student engagement in producing and consuming their own food, curriculum connections that they made, and thirdly, the effective collaboration with multiple stakeholders. Of particular interest to me was the Southern Gippsland Food Mapping Program, a collaboration between local producers, consumers and government. The map highlights where food is produced and a way for consumers to access it. Each location on the map had a story attached about the history of the farmer and the business and the types of produce available and where they're available. The map has now been applied across the Gippsland and it is an initiative I plan to revisit. The next exciting idea I particularly thought would be applicable to our region was Right Near Me, a web-based food sharing site with user-friendly interface. Literally anyone can buy, swap, sell and give away food grown locally. This is also an opportunity for foraging sites to be submitted. Although just starting out, I see great potential and again I plan to revisit and see how it's progressing and what lessons I can take to apply to our region. And now, what did I get out of this experience? I think most importantly, new inspiration. Just what I needed to kickstart the Friends of Black Gully group. The photos and video in the background are of the works that are progressing and the people that have been involved in the works. I also see great value in combining the creative arts of the environment, the outcomes of which were seen at the last Black Gully Music Festival, where we signed up 45 new and keen members to the group. With a little help from many stakeholders, including UNE, Armidale Demerit Council, Correctional Services, Schools, Skills Train Group, NEARAM, Armidale Tree Group, we are now at a very healthy stage of a 2-year plan to rehabilitate the Black Gully riparian zone. I invite you all to go down and take a look, maybe even visit the community garden for some fresh veg and herbs. I also made some great contacts across lots of areas of interest and talked about how you could apply things like the food mapping and the Right Near Me program into different areas. And lastly, I would like to thank the Winter Irving family for their generosity. It has enabled me to open my eyes and mind to these valuable opportunities. Thanks everyone for listening, and if you have any questions, they will have to wait until I return from my family camping trip through the centre of Australia in 5 weeks' time. Bye for now.